If you are ready with your presentation, please can you comment? Whoever is ready with his 2 or her 2-minute presentation, the floor is open for that now. Who is starting? Tosmas Al Hassan, are you breaking the ice? Who is starting for the 2-minute presentation? Hello?
All right, hello.
Yeah, I can hear you, Hetty. You want to go first?
Yeah, let me try.
Okay.
You wanted video or?
I don't mind the
Hello,
video.
Mentor.
Sir?
Yeah, I'm driving. I'll be home in 10 minutes, so I'll give my one.
Okay, no problem. All right, Hetty, I don't mind to see your face while you are making the presentation. Oh, that's better.
All right. Okay, are you there?
Yes, your time starts now.
All right. The title of my presentation is One Thing I Really Love About Myself. Shipataku said, don't blow your own trumpet. Let the success be your noise. Good afternoon, our um, Toastmaster Effion, our able mentor. If you can do something and not blow your own horn, it's gonna sound a lot better. Now, on the premise of gratitude, gratitude is a good thing and it brings success and abundance. Therefore, the key to success is being able to give thanks for what you already have. What I have, I love. What I have, I enjoy. What I have, I give thanks. One thing that excites me is the ability to demonstrate the meaning of my name, Henrietta, especially in the area of being a competent chef. I pay attention to details, cleanliness, creativity, fast-paced decision making, presentation, and multitasking amongst others. Interestingly, this was achieved this wasn't achieved overnight. Walking down memory lane, I recall when I was 12 years old, going 13. My mother introduced me to cooking. And on this fateful day, she asked me to prepare lunch for my siblings, of which I gladly accepted the request. Jollof rice was my option, and I got the pot of oil on the gas burner, and before I could say Jack Robinson, the pot was inflamed. I was terrified. I had to open the kitchen door, and I picked the hot the pot of fire, and I flung it outside the house. Little did I know that my face was burnt, likewise my head. This couldn't have gone unnoticed by my parents. It was a horrible experience for me, but it yielded a heart of gratitude. Today, my household members can make noise of joy, sing songs of happiness, and crack their ribs in laughter when I say the table is set for a meal. To me, I have developed a mathematical skill, problem solving skills. I have developed a fine motor skill. I have developed also a healthy way of making choices amongst others. Responsibility actually is my watchword. Oh, how I love this side of me with great gratitude. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hetty. Thank you for that wonderful speech. You used 3 minutes,
Thank you, sir.
46 seconds. Well done. Well done.
Oh, thank you, sir.
All right. Who is going next? Who is going next?
Hello, good morning.
Morning, morning.
Yeah. Can you see me? Am I on video?
Yes, I can see you clearly. Your time starts now.
Okay, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Yeah. Actually, I'm a professional accountant who specializes in auditing. I basically help in reviewing the accounts of companies and organizations to ensure the validity and the legality of their financial record. I can also advise business owners on possible risks aversion. That's method in which they can avert risk and measures to take to cut down costs in carrying on a business, and also to have a saving culture habit. I also carry out forensic audits, especially where a client suspects fraud in his or her organization or entity. And that's basically everything about me. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We have known so much about you and your wonderful profession. You use 1
You say we
minute.
should try and sell ourselves. You say we should, in introducing ourselves, we should sell ourselves.
Yes, but the topic was what I love about myself. What I
Oh,
love,
really?
one thing I love about myself so much. But no problem, we've known you now as a very competent marketer and forensic auditor.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, who is next?
How many minutes did I spend?
1 minute, 14 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was excellent. Well done. Who is next?
Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Musa.
Yes, please.
Glad to have you. Are you set?
Yes, I am.
Okay, your time starts now.
Encyclopedia. That is what my friends used to call me back when we were in school. This is so because I could answer almost any question thrown at me, and there was hardly any topic that I didn't know something about. I loved reading. I was very passionate about learning, and this trait made me friends with a lot of people. What I love most about myself is my ability to get along with almost anybody. And within a short period of time, I gain people's trust and loyalty. Most times, people feel very at ease around me, and some even confide in me with some of their problems and seek for advice. Now, this is a trait I intend to develop, while at the same time learning to be an eloquent, effective, and confident public speaker. I plan to achieve this by joining the best public speaking and self-development training. This is the Toastmasters Club. I strongly believe the program will provide me with the mentorship to develop the skills I need to become an empathic listener and an excellent public speaker. My name is Musa Maturi, and I always strive to be the best in whatever I do. Thank you.
Wow, Musa, are you sure you still need Toastmasters like this?
I do, sir.
Well, you spoke very well, brilliantly well. So one thing I love that the fact that you are an encyclopedia. So anything I need to know now, I'll just give you a call straight. I say, Musa, please define this. Some words have been giving me trouble, so I know who to call now.
My friends just disturb me because I just love reading, and I knew a lot about almost anything. So
Wow, that's amazing. Well done. And you are well within time. You used 1 minute 27 seconds. Well done. Well done. Okay, any other person next? Who is going next? We have 3 more minutes. Who is going next?
Hello.
Hi, we can hear you.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Okay,
I
am
you
Ikpowan.
set?
Yes.
Welcome, Ikpowan.
Though I'm not really prepared, but I'll try my best anyway.
Okay, your time starts now.
Okay, I am Ikpowan. I am an administrator. One thing I like most about myself is that I don't even easily give up on things. Whatever I want, I go for it. I don't take no for an answer. If I want something, I try as much as I can to get that thing, no matter the cost. I go for it. I strive. I don't say, oh, this thing is impossible. I can't cross this hurdle. I can't do it. If I may remember, there's one incident I have not forgotten in a hurry. Each time I remember it, I say, wow, was it me that did this? Was I the one that went through this? It was in my university days. I read French, and we had to go out for a year abroad program. We had to go to a French country. So I chose Cameroon. And the money was way beyond me. I couldn't afford all the money. So I needed to source for money. I wrote letters to individuals, to bodies, to organizations. I wrote a letter to our deputy governor then. So I had to go to her house. So as I entered the compound, the house was right down a big compound, and I had to walk down to the house, which was down. As I entered it, I didn't know that these accession dogs, 4 big. I was moving towards the house. The dogs now came out charging towards me. I had the option of running. If I had wanted to go, I would have turned back, but I said, no, I came for a purpose. I need money to go to Cameroon. I must go. So I continued going. The dogs came, jumped. One jumped. They were just jumping on me. I didn't run. I stood still. They were jumping. After a while, when they noticed that I wasn't running, I was not shaken, they went back. So I waited for them to go back. I now walked to the house. I sat down. I saw her. I told her my problem, and she said, okay, she will help me. So as I came out of the house, the security guards asked me, how did you do it? Did you see the dogs? I said, yes. Did they do anything? I said, no, they didn't. The dogs didn't do it. I said, wow, that's very confident. you tried. And I said, oh, I thank God. Even me, when I came out, I asked myself, was I the one that did that? So I don't give up on things. I spent 1 year there and came back. So one thing I really love about myself is the ability to strive. Wherever situation I find myself, I always console myself with the fact that I have the ability. I can't give up. This thing I want, I must go for it. And glory be to God. God has been helping me through, and I continue, and I hope to continue improving on it. That whatever I want, I can do it, and I can get it. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Ekwan, for that amazing speech. Now we know who to help us get our results. Anything that we want in life, we know who to assign it to. Well done. The one thing you love about yourself is that you get result. Excellent speech. You spent 3 minutes, 6
Wow.
seconds. Well done. All right.
Can I talk?
Hello. So for now,
Can I talk?
please go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. I want to talk about the things I love about myself. The things I love about myself is my zeal for greatness. It has not been an easy journey. It is said that no one is an island. And I've come to realize that the path to greatness is also not a lonely one, as so many people are on the same path with me. Thus, I need to build up my interpersonal relationship with people, build up my character, develop an effective communication skill. It is on that basis that I've registered for many courses on effective communication. And it's also on that basis that I have enrolled in this online training. I've come to realize that no one was born great, but we can all achieve greatness by building up ourselves and also inculcating that habit in our children. We may not all be born with silver spoon in our mouths, but we can achieve great heights in our life if we build up our character and also learn how to relate with people. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Obani. So one thing you love about yourself is relating with people, getting results, aspiring, growing. That's amazing. Well done. You spent just about 1 minute. Excellent speech.
Oh.
So when I want to see people who are open to growth and expansion, I know who to call. Well done.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. I think others will continue later on. Please,
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, please, where you are is a bit dark. I can't really see your face very well. Can you come to a brighter place where we can see you?
Yes,
Because
I personally.
like yesterday, where you were yesterday was quite, the reflection
Yeah.
from the window is making your face dark. And
Is it better now? Yeah, the
Not.
venue, I'm using a different venue today.
Thank you.
Okay.
Is it better now?
No, the windows. You can't close the windows.
The windows, no, I can't close the windows.
The wall. The wall.
Is it better
There are
now?
no walls. I think, yes.
Is it better
Continue
now?
moving to the center. Continue moving to your right again.
Is it better now?
I think so. Well, it's manageable. Move again.
Is it better now? Is it better now?
It's okay. You can leave it like that.
It's okay like this?
Yes, it's okay. We can see it.
All right. Let me try something and see how it will be. Okay, is it better like this?
Yes, it's fine. You can go on.
Oh, okay. Welcome everyone. I'm so happy to have this very amazing team that joined the program right on time. We're going to move as fast as we can because of time. We want to start with, if you have been given a topic to speak on, for instance, the one we just discussed, tell us one thing about yourself. In that case, I have chosen the topic for you, but assuming you were the one to choose the topic, We are going to start with what should guide you when you are choosing any topic at all, so that you are not left in a limbo, because sometimes choosing topic could be a very difficult thing. So the first thing you need to know is, what do you hope to gain? What is the objectives? What is the purpose of that speech? What do you want your audience to know? What do you want your audience to learn? What do you want your audience to do? Whatever it is that you have in mind should be the first thing that will guide you in choosing your topic. The second thing that should guide you is how relevant that topic will be to the event. For instance, if the event is about raising money, coming there to talk about how to cook food will be completely opposite in why you are there. So your topic should be relevant to the event and should be relevant to your audience. If your audience are professional, you should choose a topic that will resonate with them. So your topic should have a purpose. Your topic should be relevant to the event, should be relevant to your audience. And then your topic should also try to address the need for that meeting. Should also try to address the need for which you want to speak about, talk about. It should be relevant to the times. It should be relevant to the seasons. It should be relevant to the situation. And the topic should also be something that you are aware of, so your area of strength. The topic should also be something that you love to talk about. Don't go and pick a topic that you hate. Otherwise, it will reflect in the way you address the topic. So you must choose something with a definite purpose. You must choose something that is relevant to the occasion and relevant to your audience. You must choose something that is relevant to the situation at hand, that is current, that is conventional, and you must choose a topic that you know and you would love to discuss. This is a simple guide. And then the next thing after that is to choose the topic itself. Your topic must make a complete sense. For instance, don't say getting rich. That's not a good topic or subject matter. No, your topic must make a complete sense. For if you want to talk about being rich, you could say 5 ways to become wealthy, 3 ways to overcome procrastination. So your topic must make complete sense. The second thing is you must not use a phrase. Like I said, don't use a phrase as a topic. Growing large, expanding big, and so on. That's not a good topic. The third thing is your topic must contain a verb, at least one verb. For instance, good topics could be 3 ways to grow, 5 ways to expand. Your topic must contain a verb. Now, don't also choose a topic that promises to deliver too much. For instance, if you are given 10 minutes to deliver a speech, and your topic says 50 ways to expand your business, and you want to discuss 50 ideas within 10 minutes, your topic is promising too much for the time that you have. So you must choose a topic that will allow you to say so much within the allotted time. For a speech of 10 minutes, you cannot share more than 3 to 4 ideas maximum. For a speech of 20 minutes, you may go up to 5 or 6 ideas. And a speech of 1 hour, you know you have a lot of time, so you may go up to 7 or 8 ideas. But by all means, try to ensure that your topic does not promise too much within the allotted time. And finally, you must choose a topic that will be simple to remember. Don't choose, like my friend Musa have told me now, that is an encyclopedia. You now go and choose a topic that say 15 ways to enlarge your cocomicos, and then the audience is beginning to crack their brain on what does cocomicos really stand for. No, make your topic as simple as possible. Make it simple to remember. Make it inviting. Make it very enticing and wonderful for your audience to participate with. In that way, it will make your audience want to learn more. And don't choose a topic that is very familiar too. Don't choose a topic that people already know. A topic that people will say, oh, if that's what they want to discuss, I don't think I should be in that audience. So your topic must be inviting, must create this yearning. And such topics that I have come to realize is any topic that has the word secret, 6 secrets to success, 5 secrets to expansion, 25 secrets to developing your business. Any word that contains secret, people are always curious. What is this secret? I must get to know. So such titles sells more, while other title doesn't sell as much as titles that contain secret, because human beings are generally very inquisitive. They want to know. They want to uncover the secret for getting everything they want in life. So you must always remember your topic must make a complete sense, and it must not be too long. That doesn't mean it should be too long. 5 to 7 words are okay for a great topic. Topics related to how, topics related to why, and topics related to what are usually very strong topics. For instance, 3 ways to expand your business are topics related to how, why you need to succeed are topics related to why. So topic related to why, topic related to what, and topics related to who, or why, who, why, how, and what are usually very great topics. So those are the tips that you need whenever you want to choose your topic. And the most important thing you must remember for all your topics going forward is it must contain a verb. And that verb will now form the basis for your call to action. For example, if you are talking on 3 ways to grow your business, that word grow will now be the focus of your speech. So the verb is what will direct you to to tell your audience what to do. All of them must know how they must grow, and you must tell them what they need to do to grow and what they stand to gain when they grow. So the verb usually will direct the focus of your speech. All right, now that is all about how to choose a topic. Now we'll now go to how to carry out a research. Now you've chosen your topic, 3 ways to grow your business. So how do you carry out the research? The research must show people how they need to carry out that assignment, what ways, what has happened, and so on. So immediately you have your topic, the first method for your research could be content-based research. Under content-based research, you look for statistics of people who grew their businesses. You look for stories, short stories, relevant stories that show how people grew their business. Maybe you could start with Bill Gates, you could start with the owner of Facebook, you could start with the owner of KFC, whoever you want to start. You could choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different stories that show how people grew their business. You could also show analogies, comparison. You could show historical events. So you are not just carrying out the research and looking for whatnot. You are looking for very specific information that will buttress what you want your audience to do, grow their business. So everything you are looking for during your research is how to convince them and how to tell them the importance of growing their business. So you could look for case studies. Is there any particular case study I can use that is relevant to the audience? Because case studies are for different kind of growth. Do you have one? For instance, if you are talking to manufacturers, you have to look for case studies that are relevant to manufacturers. So case studies should be relevant to your audience. Then you look for opportunities, options, then you look for visuals that will help you deliver your content. So you could go your research based on content. So you look for those specific ideas that will help portrays the objective of your speech, which is to grow your business. The other way you could carry out your research is what we call the questions-based research. You simply ask the question. You know, the first 7 questions are what we call the 7 serving men. The conventional one is the 6 serving men, but some people have added another one to make it 7 serving men kind of question. And those 7 questions are very familiar questions. Questions like who, what, where, when, which, how, and what. So you keep asking this question. What does it mean to grow? Who needs to grow? Where do they need to grow? Why do they need to grow? When do they need to grow? And so on and so forth. So you just keep asking questions and questions and questions and questions. Now, those questions are very important because they help your subconscious mind to begin to find answers. When you ask so many questions, you activate the ingenuity within you, and your mind begins to go to work to look for answers to those questions. So question-based research means you simply ask several questions. You can ask up to 100 different questions, 200 different questions based on growing your business. And you could juggle all the business. For instance, you could ask yourself, why should people grow? Why can't they just stay where they are? You could ask all kinds of questions. You could ask very positive questions. You could ask very negative questions. You are not limited at all by the number of questions that you need to ask. So, but you just keep asking questions upon questions. Now, professionals have suggested minimum of 50 questions. Questions related to why, who, when, which, where, what, and so on. So you just keep juggling. What is growth? What is success? What is business? What is this? Why do business? Why must I do what kind of business? How many types of business? And so on and so forth. You ask 50 different questions related to that topic. And again, you could also ask questions related to your audience. Who am I going to speak to? Who are these people? What do they want to learn? What would they want to know about this topic? What is their area of need? What is their opportunities? So you may carry out another round of questions related to your audience to try to understand who you want to talk to, what they want to hear, and how you are going to pass across that message effectively to them. So you could carry out your research based on questions. Just ask the questions. You may not know all the answers, but just keep asking questions. Once you ask the questions, your mind, the beauty of the mind is it usually look for the answers and it will find the answers for you. Now, the third form of research is what we call brainstorming-based research. Brainstorming research means you could sit down and then begin to rationalize the subject, what we call critical reasoning. You could say, okay, you could speak for, you could speak against, as if you are trying to rationalize the whole process. You are juggling everything within your mind and see what you are looking for. Brainstorming also involves the cause and effect. For instance, you could say to grow your business, the first question that comes to your mind is, what kind of things produces success in businesses? In that way, you are trying to find reasons why business succeed and reasons why business fail. So when you see those reasons why business fail, you now see whether those reasons are usually consistent in every business that fails. So this is brainstorming sessions. It's different from question. You are always brainstorming, thinking, and you could brainstorm alone. You could brainstorm with people. You could brainstorm with your friends. You could just ask through the questions on a discussion and ask people to talk without them knowing exactly what you are up to. Now, for effective research for any topic, the minimum duration allowed for effective research is 14 days. The minimum duration for any speech is 14 days. Anything less than 14 days is not good enough. So you are allowed to do 14 days minimum to start your research for any topic, minimum of 14 days. So we have talked about 3 ways you can research. You can look for the content, you can look for questions, you can do brainstorming, and you can do the 3. There is no hard and fast rule that say you must stick with one. You can juggle the 3 of them and just play around. Human beings are very flexible and very intelligent speech beings. So I wouldn't want to streamline you to any one of them. They are all beautiful. You can use the 3 of them at every time that you want to give your speech. But by all means, carry out extensive research. Look for stories, look for statistics, look for case studies, look for humor, look for everything that will spice up your presentation. It is critical. It is one of the most important skill you need to develop. And the beauty of this is after a while, you will become a professional researcher. You could research anything in the world. So it's a very important skill that we all need to develop. So I will encourage you start your research minimum 14 days to your speech. However, there could be instances where you have less than 14 days. So what do? In that case, you need, if you know the audience are made up of experts and you need more time, there's nothing wrong in politely declining the offer, because it's better not to speak than to go and embarrass yourself. Because in that audience, you have various experts in the area of which you are coming to speak to them. So it is better not to embarrass yourself than to go there and just be talking. But if you know that you can handle it in less than 14 days, please go ahead. That means you have to work harder. You have to put in much more hours than you would, and you have to force yourself to carry out the research extensively. So having said that about research, we'll now go to clustering your ideas. But I would like to pause for just 2 minutes to find out if there are any questions about how to research your topic or how to choose your topic. Is there any question so far? Any question? All right, great. That means we're making progress. So first, choose your topic. It must contain a verb. It must be relevant to the occasion. It must be relevant to your audience. And it must be something that you love. Second, carry out the research on the topic that you have chosen. Look for stories that will help you. Look for statistics. Look for case studies. Look for historical events. Look for conventional ideas about it. Look for people who disagree with the topic, what they say. Just expand your mind as far as it could go. Don't limit your scope of research. You could do it by content, you could do it through questions, and you could do it through brainstorming. Now, let's say you have found ideas. Let's say you found 50 ideas. Let's say you find 15 statistics that are very relevant to your speech. And you have been given 1 full hour to speak. And let's say you found 50 different relevant stories, 50 different, every aspect of your research. You'll find 50 very good items which you can use. So now, how do you arrange your ideas such that you'll be able to get a flow? Clustering your ideas or thoughts simply means to get a flow for yourself, to get a pattern, to get a sequence that you would love to use while making your presentation. You don't just want to move from one side to the other. The whole essence of public speaking is order, deliberate organization of thought pattern, so that your audience can follow you from start all the way to the end. So the idea behind clustering your thoughts or the content that you have found is how to create a pattern that you would love to follow. And there are several different patterns, but I have chosen these 5 to discuss in this program. The first one is clustering it based on chronology. That is, what happened first, what happened second, what happened third. So if you are doing it by chronology, you'll be using words like first. And once you start using the word first, your audience will be waiting to hear second. They will be waiting to hear third, and then they will want to also hear the word finally. And once they hear finally, everybody knows after this point, this presentation is coming to an end. So chronology way of clustering your ideas simply means you start from number 1 and then you move all the way to the last one. And please don't be like some people who will say finally, and then they talk and talk and talk. Later on they say finally, then they talk and talk and talk. Then eventually they now say finally, finally. Please don't do that. Once you say finally, let it really be the final point. This kind of presentation is good when you say 3 ways to progress. So you could start with the first way, then you talk about the first way, the second way, then the third way. So the people now know, okay, we have the first, we have the second, we have the third. We can have number 1, whichever way you want to arrange it. You could do that using chronology. So you put first, second, third, fourth, fifth, all the way to the last number. Now you could also arrange your thought using causal pattern. Causal means cause and effect. In this kind of arrangement, you are telling people this is the problem, this is the significance of the problem, and this is the solution. This is what causes the problem. This is what the impact of that problem is going to be. For instance, you could talk about corruption, and you could say the cause of corruption is this. And the impact of corruption is this. So if we don't want this impact, we need to chase out the cause. A simple analogy of cause and effect is if you need smoke, simply put on the fire. So you could talk about how to put on the fire to get the smoke. Or you could start with the smoke and end up with the fire. So the cause means you want to show people the root cause of a particular thing and then show them what that cause is, the impact of that cause on their lives, on their health. If you are talking about why you need to brush your teeth, you could start about tooth decay. You could talk about what causes tooth decay, the impact of tooth decay, and how somebody can deal with tooth decay by removing what causes tooth decay. So this one is when you are dealing with very extensive and analytical situation. You could also arrange your thoughts by comparing things. You do compare and contrast, you put two things together. For instance, you could try to advise people to get Samsung instead of Samsung phone rather than iPhone. So you could tell them the benefits of iPhone in comparison to Samsung phone. And then you could tell them the features, the camera, the battery life, and so on, and why this one is better than this one, and why this one is better than this one. So you could compare based on price, you could compare based on battery life, you could compare based on anything. So comparative method of clustering your idea is when you are talking about two or more different things or two or more similar things. So you could arrange your idea to elaborate on the differences, the similarities, and so on with respect to the items or the situation that you are comparing. The fourth one is about problem solution. For instance, coronavirus is here, is a problem. So what is the solution? So this kind of arrangement is you tell people the problem, you show them the impact of the problem, and then you provide solution. Please, if you are using this pattern, don't just tell people the problem. Like if you ask an average Nigerian now, what do you think about Nigeria? You will hear everybody say, the problem with this country is useless. The problem with Nigeria is there's too much corruption. The problem is our system is not working. The problem is that there's no light. The problem is that the institutions are weak. And then you ask them, okay, we've known the problem, so what are the solutions? And they're like, it's only God that can help us. No, you can't say that as a speaker. You must identify the problem, you must show the impact of that problem, and then you must provide solutions. Usually, minimum of 3 solutions for every problem you identify is the best way to go. You can go above 3, but it's not advisable for you to go below 2. By all means, try not to give only one solution out of it. There's usually no problem in life that doesn't have more than one way of dealing with it. So try to stir up the mind of your audience to see different alternatives they could use to overcome any kind of challenge that they have. And when you are talking about the problem, really show the impact of that problem so that when you are profiling the solution, you will motivate and inspire your audience to take this solution that you are giving to them and then explain to them why that solution is important and is also relevant to the kind of problem and why that solution will eradicate the problem that is existing. Now, the last one that I have on my list is topical way of clustering your thoughts. And the topical way of clustering your thoughts simply means you deal with topics and subtopics For instance, you could say virus as a topic, and then the types of virus could now be subtopic. So you have the main topic, then you break the main topic into chunks of subtopics that you now deal with. So these are the 5 ways. There are more ways that you can use to cluster your thoughts, but these 5 can fit into any kind of speech. So you could do it by chronology, you could do it by cause and effect, you could do it by comparison, you could do it by problem solution method, and you could do it by topics. So with these 5 now, you are fully equipped to gather your thoughts together. So you could choose, okay, and you can mingle them. The first type of ideas you want to express could take the chronological form. The second one could be cause and effect. The third one could be comparative. The fourth one could be problem solving. You could mix them the way you want. There's no straight-jacket way of clustering your thought. You are, again, not limited by any one of them. You can use 5 of them in your speech. You can use 1 of them in your speech. Whichever way you choose, you are the master of that presentation, and you are allowed to use it the way you want. Now, this is the conventional way of clustering your thoughts. However you put these 5 ways, they must obey this law. This is like the ancient law of public speaking. You must cluster your ideas into the opening, into the body, and into the closing. So you must know what you are going to say in the opening. You must know what you're going to say in the body. You must know what you are going to say in the closing, with all those ideas, content that you have gathered during your research. Whichever format you use, they must obey this iron law of public speaking. So never forget these 3. I'm sure many of us are already familiar with it, but if you are not, all your speech must follow this pattern. You are not allowed to start from closing. You are not allowed to start from body. You must start from opening. We'll look at certain tips that will help you open your speech well and close it well. But however, whichever method you use, you must cluster them based on how you want to start. Do you want to start with statistics? Do you want to start with stories? Do you want to start with quote? Whichever way you want to start is allowed, but you must obey this pattern. You must have a body, you must have an opening, you must have a body, you must have a closing. And the way the Carnegie Institute of Public Speaking puts it is, the opening is tell them what you want to tell them. The body is tell them. The closing is tell them what you have told them. So opening, body, closing simply means tell them what you want to tell them. Tell them and tell them what you have told them. So the thought pattern is the same. You've only buttressed what you've said using statistics, using stories, using anecdotes, using case studies, but all that you told them throughout your presentation is simply 3 ways on how to grow your business. So tell them what you told them, tell them what you want them to hear, tell them what you have told them. So those are the 3 ways to cluster your ideas. Again, before I move to the next item, I would like to pause to ask if there are questions at this juncture. Is there any question? Any question? Wow, it's like
Sorry, sir.
okay,
I have a question.
okay.
So you have it in opening, body, and closing. Does that mean you can actually start from? I mean, you have a story such that you have a story and it comes from the beginning to the end. Can you start from the end to the beginning?
No.
I don't know whether it applies on both cases. It differs a bit.
If you have a story,
yes,
if you can start the story by telling them the lessons, which doesn't really make sense. They must hear the story first before you tell them the lesson.
But in terms of example, effect of fire, you understand?
Effect of?
Can you start effect of fire, like fire?
Okay, fire, okay.
Incident. Yes. You know, there's a cause, and everybody will understand the cause first. Can you start from there, then go back to the fire itself, which is the reintroduction of what you want to talk about? That's what I'm asking.
What would be your topic? What is the topic? Effect of fire, ba?
Yes, probably.
If it is effect of fire, what your opening will be is, what do you want to tell them? What do you want them to know about fire?
First,
okay. Then after you let them know what you want them to know about fire, and never ever assume that your audience already know it. Because in your audience, all the time, you will have 3 categories of people. In fact, there could be more than that. One could be people who know nothing about that topic. 2 could be people who know averagely about it. 3 will be people who know so much about it. And there could be people who don't even want to know anything about it. Okay? There could be people who don't even want to know anything about the topic. So they don't care what you want to say or okay. You know? So the fact is, never assume about your audience. What you should do is balance it between those who know so much and those who don't know anything. So if you want to talk about the effect of fire, you could spend just 30 seconds to talk about what fire is, and then talk about how fire comes, and then the method, the sources through which fire comes, fire in the house, fire in the office, fire anywhere you want to concentrate on. If you are talking to people in the office, you could talk about office fire, the sources where the likely fire may come from in an office and so on. And then you now tell them that impact that you want to. The impact will now be, you introduce the impact in your opening, you elaborate on the impact using different examples, statistics, and so on during your body, and then close by telling them why they must not allow the fire to happen so that they avoid the impact. So, but you tell them why they must avoid the impact at the beginning, they may not really appreciate it if you have not told them what they stand to lose if they don't handle it very well.
Right.
Yeah, so it's usually good you build up your case gradually before you strike at the end. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Question.
All right.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Can he also start with a quote to capture the audience?
Can you also?
Can he start with a quote to capture the audience?
Yes. A quote? Yes.
That takes their attention before you now start.
Yes. The opening can be a quote.
A question.
Yes, it could be a quote. And in fact, it could be a quote from you. If you have a fantastic quote, why not? You know, so yes, you can start with a quote, definitely. Okay, all right. Yeah, we'll definitely have to take a break here, 5-minute break. We are now at the meat of this whole training. And this one will take 1 full hour to go around this. This is where we are now into the meat of the presentation. All the other ones are very important too, please. let's not underestimate it, but we are now, this is very, very important now. This is going to be a little bit of, I wish it was face-to-face. We have done a little exercise around this area. But so far today, we've talked about how to choose a topic. Please make sure that your topic makes sense. Don't use a phrase. Make sure it contains a verb, and make sure that it is something your audience will like. Then go ahead, research. After your research, cluster your ideas using any of the method that we have discussed. And then after clustering, put them into opening, body, and closing. So we'll take 5-minute break at this juncture, and then the class will resume by 1:07 or 1:10. Okay, let me give 8 minutes. Come back 10 minutes past 1. Okay.